Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I figured it's been a while since I've done like an update video, what's going on, things like that. So well, first I want to start out with a lot of plans that I've had in the past for this channel, and I just did not see that I could just get things going. So right now, I have this channel and I have two other channels, and right now I have been consistently making videos on one of those channels. It's my planner channel, which is called This Mama Plans, and it is about my planner journey. So in January, I started using a planner regularly, and there have been some significant changes in my life that I've seen with the help of using a planner. And so now I am at a point where I'm really learning to manage my time, and I now know what I need to do in order to get out the videos that I want to get out. So one of those things is I need to set a schedule for myself. So I will be setting a schedule for this channel where I can regularly put out videos. In the beginning, it might be a little shaky. The scheduling, it might be a little, here and there, but I want to consistently get videos on this channel. I really want to dive more into my spirituality. My channel is more of a Wiccan based channel. Lately I have been kind of thinking about that framework, because I don't know, I still call myself Wiccan and I feel like that term fits, but I also feel like I do pull from other spiritual paths. And so, because I would term myself an eclectic Wiccan, but I kind of feel like ultimately that base framework is Wicca. So I just don't know if Wicca is the right term for me to continue using to describe my path, even though, like I said, I feel like personally that is my basic framework. And so it's not so much that I'm not comfortable with it, I just don't want others to misinterpret what I'm saying in my videos, and if some things don't necessarily seem Wiccan based, but so I'll do more videos on what I'm some of my beliefs and things like that. I'll get more into that in future videos. But I will continue also posting videos of tarot and oracle deck flip throughs. I have a few more coming up, and that's another thing that has fallen by the wayside, me studying tarot. So I do want to get back into that, like the actual, doing like workbook kind of stuff, Currently, though, I am reading, and I've talked about this book before on this channel, Sacred Motherhood. But when I initially read it, I didn't read all the way through. So now what I'm doing is I'm going section by section, because it's not, I wouldn't call them chapters. I would just call them sections. So I'm going section by section, and some of the sections I am journaling about. Some I'm not. But I really enjoy this book, and every time I pick it up, and for the longest time I could not find it. I couldn't understand where my book was. I could not find it for like a year. I could not find this book. Was it a year? I think it was like a year or so. I could not find this book. So I just found it again last month, sometime in March or maybe the end of February. I found this again. I can't remember, but so I have been reading this, and I'm journaling as I go. Not every section, but those that speak to me. And I forgot how much this book resonated with me, and how much it makes me think as being a mother, because I have, and I know, I'm pretty sure I spoke about this before here, but as a mother, how I feel like that's my sole identity, like a mom and a wife. And my camera's just way crooked. Sorry, it is crooked. I don't know what to do. We'll just anyways, okay. So I feel like that's pretty much my identity. And I feel like there's not much outside of that that's me. So this book has really helped me see different aspects of me. Like, okay. Like, let's see. So, there's like a section here. It's called Mindful Mothering. It's in the very, very beginning. And it's basically like being present, talking about being present. And it breaks down each section into you, your child, and your soul. So each section in here just, goes over that. But there was another one. Okay, I like the section Expanding Your Heart, where you kind of feel like you can't possibly have much more love to give. So like, you have one child, and you love this child with everything, and then you're going to have a second one. Well, how could you possibly, and I did feel that when I was pregnant with my second child. It was like, I loved my first one so much and so completely. My fear was, will I have enough for my second child, which, she's going to be 5 this year. But I did. And and that section is called Expanding Your Heart. And your heart absolutely does expand. And it's like you feel like I can't possibly give any more love, have any more love in me to be able to give to someone else. But you do. And that was a fear I had until I gave birth. And it was like, yep, you do. There's a section that's talking about the goddess within you, and so I mean, it does just help me. So it helps you, one, with dealing with your children, how to go about certain things. I don't want to give the book away, and I do want to do a review on this eventually, or like, my thoughts on the entire book. So now this book, though, is designed to go through, I think, a whole year. I want to say a year. So every day for a year is how this book is set up. So you would do a section each day. I don't do it that way. Sometimes I read multiple sections at one time. It might be a few days before I go back. So I don't do 1 year, but that is how it's set up. And I probably would recommend doing it that way. And there are journaling. I'm sorry. My allergies have been driving me crazy these past couple of days. There are journaling sections in the back of each section They give you an activity at the end, and there are also reference books at the end of each section that she gives, that you can further expand your reading base, and further expand that knowledge that she's talking about. So what I've been doing is using my bullet journal to journal about that book. Now, as I've mentioned, I have a planner channel, and I've really begun diving deep into planning. And so this is I call this my, I guess, like my catch-all planner. This is like my home-based planner. This is my everything planner. And so mainly it's family stuff that's in here, things like that. I'll show you like maybe a past spread in here so that you kind of have an idea of what I mean. So let's see. Well, I guess I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you this one. So this is this week's spread. Now, I haven't written in it yet. Sometimes I'll write at the very beginning. I'll write out some things to plan ahead. But sometimes what I'll also do is I will add stuff as I go throughout the week. Now, what I like about this, so this is a happy planner. And what I love about the happy planner is that it allows me to customize it how I need to. So let's say here I have like a habit tracker. So I want to track, here I wrote down journaling and handwriting because I really want to work on my handwriting. It's like chicken scratch. So I'll plan out my week in the middle section, and I use the rest to just decorate, and quotes are big for me. So I love quotes. So I always try to start out my Monday with my most inspirational quote that I can find in my sticker books. And then I have here, which is my meal planning section. And then on the back, you have your grocery list. Now, what I've also found is, and I'll have to go to earlier section because I have not really been using that part this month. What I found is, it's not going to be in here because I kind of customized this. So I only have 3 months in here. So let me show you a past one. Now, I've started using this system in January, and it has just been amazing for me. So, okay. So this is the original planner. I think this is the Girl Squad or Gold Squad or something. Girl Squad? I don't know. Anyways, so this is the planner. I had changed the rings because it was much chunkier, and the classic size rings that it came with just wasn't cutting it. But I've since up and changed my whole thing again, so that's why this is all separate. So let me see if I can find one of those. Okay, so like here, okay, here, this is an old spread. This is the week of Valentine's. So I have my meal plan here, and I do a lot of switching around. Like, I'll plan my week, but a lot of times things happen, and then I have to switch around what I'm cooking when. And so like here, those 2 days I wound up not even making that, so I just put over it, never mind, didn't happen. Okay, so now this is what has really done it for me too. These daily sheets. I've since gotten the one that's this size for the classic size. So this is the mini size. This has been monumentous for me to break down my days. So on days when I feel like I have a lot going on, this has been great in helping me to break down my day when I want to get a lot done. Let me put it like that. On days when I want to get a lot done, this has been great to help me break down my days and to get that work done. So I've had here, like on this week in particular, I had a few of these daily sheets I used. And then the back I just used because it's like a brain dump, so I can use that for whatever notes. So this has been great for me. And that's been really like a game changer for me. So if you are interested in planners, planning things, I do invite you to come to my This Mama Plans channel, where I not only do spreads, I do spreads in my catch-all, my family, everything planner. But I also have a wellness planner that I do spreads for from time to time. Social media planner, which has also been very helpful for me. And my fitness planner, which we're going to get into that here in a minute. So, but I also have flip-throughs of sticker books of planner, of happy planner, and it's really mainly just happy planner right now, because they have really got my focus, my attention. I do still use my traveler's notebook as my wallet, so that's more of a going out kind of thing. So I might mark in there for going out somewhere, but majority is wish list and my grocery list. So also in my happy planner, I do have like a video on, I created a spring bucket list because I want us to do more this spring than we have been. We've been living in Michigan. I think this July would make it 2 full years or June. No, it was July. So this July would make it our 2 full years of living here in Michigan. And I feel like I'm more solidly grounded in what's going on out here. So I've made a spring bucket list for us. And that video is also on my channel. I will do more seasonal bucket lists. And I'll have more videos up about planning and planners beyond just spreads. But right now, it's just my weekly spreads, videos on sticker book flip-throughs and planner flip-throughs. I also have a video up on Franken planning, which is what I did with this one. I Franken planned this, and that brings me into my fitness planner. So my regular fitness planner is this happy planner, and you see it's quite thin because I took 3 months out of here and I put it in my catch-all planner, because one of the things I have noticed is that if I'm going to a whole different planner, sometimes I don't pull this one out. And I was not always logging what I ate. So I'll show you what this looks like. And you can see, like, here, well, I was sick this week anyway, so I really didn't eat much of anything except for soup. So, and then I put there sick too, so I didn't do any exercises. So, and then here are some of now my spreads for my fitness planner has changed. They don't look like this anymore. They have changed. Trying to see if there's like another page. Here's another one. So they look a little different now. This is, another one that I had. So, like I said, what I've done is I've Franken-planned this one. So I have a whole nother section for my fitness. And I don't know if you can see here, but I have become more decorative in my spreads. So now I'll show you what like this week looks like. Okay. I got a lot of pages in the way. So, and before I show you what this week looks like, let me just go right into another change that's happening. I joined Weight Watchers last week. It was not a full week for me. So this week will be my first full Weight Watchers week. So that being said, I'll show you this week's, and I have a few things that's in here. So you can see here, it's definitely changed up, and I keep track of my foods. And I have this section, I've swapped it. So this actually sets out 2 snacks. So I felt like one section for snacks is enough. So I changed this into a journaling spot. So I can journal about whatever I'm feeling about food or fitness or, you know, whatever there. And so here's the rest of what the week looked like. So this was last week. So this is what the rest of the week looked like. Now, I really need to step up my game on my water intake, but that's a whole nother thing. So, getting on to joining Weight Watchers. And in here, also, you can see, because I've been doing some research here. Let me move my dashboard over. So you can see here, I've made some lists of Weight Watcher food that are good for Weight Watchers. That's from Trader Joe's. And I think, because I'm still working on it. So the other list is actually in my regular week, because I'm constantly adding to it. And since I'm usually open on my regular week first thing, so I have some lunch ideas for Weight Watchers, which they have rebranded themselves to WW. So I will just briefly say this. I started my Weight Watchers last week, and I do have a history with Weight Watchers. So this will be my first full week. So I think I might, I will be including that in my fitness planner videos about Weight Watchers. But discussing my weight loss journey will be on my other channel, This Mama Loves, and I will be talking about my weight loss journey and using Weight Watchers on there. And if I have any recipes to share, it will be on that channel. Any helpful things that have been helping me, snacks that I'm snacking on, things like that will be on that channel. So, and every now and again I might mention something here, but that will be focused on those other channels mainly. So for here, I have some videos coming out. Actually, my next video that I'm working on, and I have to edit, is my protection, my black salt recipe, which I use for protecting my home. And what I do is, when I make this, I sprinkle it outside the perimeter of my home. Outside, I will sprinkle it at night. One, and my main reason is because there's nobody out and about at night around here per se, so it affords me the privacy that I need. But I do sprinkle it around the perimeter of my home. It is not something that I do as often as I probably should, but I will be doing it again here soon. So my recipe for my black salt will be up, coming up soon. And I will also have, like I said, some more tarot flip throughs of tarot decks that I have and oracle decks. I am trying to cut back on the amount of decks that I purchase, so which I've been pretty good at. I think I've only made one purchase, not one, I'm sorry, 2 purchases in the last 2 months or so, which is good for me. So I'm trying to get my water in. So there will be videos on that. There will, like I said, there will be more videos on my spirituality, my opinions on things. I feel like I have really gotten away from that on this channel. And I mean, I've not really had too many negative comments on my channel, but in seeing for a while and seeing how things were going in the community with the comments and things like that, it kind of, I guess, put me off to really expressing myself as I used to. And I don't like that. I want to express myself how I want to express myself, and my views are my views. When I started this channel, it was just to chronicle my journey in my path, and whichever way that went. And that's what I want to get back to. So that's what I will be doing. And so that will include my thoughts on things. It will include tarot and oracle things. It will include include things like crystals, incense, books, pretty much that'll be the gist of it. So expect more videos to be coming up here. I am going to try to work on a schedule that will fit me. Like I said, I do have 2 other channels, and my other channel, This Mama Loves, has really fallen by the wayside as well. But I will be using that to chronicle, like I said, my fitness journey. Also, I will have videos up on there pertaining to makeup, skincare, hair, things like that, because I also feel like, as a maturing woman, I want to share my experiences with the changes in my hair, the changes in my skin, and things like that. They have changed, and so things that I have to do are a little different for my hair and for my skin. I still do have issues with my hair falling out in spots, and then eventually they grow back and then they just fall out elsewhere. I am hoping that my change in diet might help as well. Also, trying to be more active. I've been going to the gym on a fairly regular basis, at least 3 times a week. I want to make sure I go at least 4 times a week though. So, you know, there'll be all these things. So, yeah, expect more videos. Again, I do want to delve back into how I was doing videos before, and talking about my opinions and my experiences. So there will be more of that coming your way as well. So thank you for watching, and blessed be.